No feedback whatsoever. We're doing good. Come on, come on. Now we are live. So, all righty, everybody. This is Dr. D from Food Alchemy Network. You are in tune with Dr. D's Spiritual Time at a special time today. We're an hour early. For you guys out there, you know it's 6 p.m. and I usually have my other other half, my son with me, but he's being my son at this present point. So I am shooting live from Mexico and I am in Mérida, Mexico. And I'm at an Airbnb today. And then I met, no, I didn't meet him in person, but I seen his video. So, Mr. Israel, oh, you changed it.
So for those who want to know, it's Yohanan. Yohanan. Yohanan, like yo-yo. Yohanan.
Oh, I like that. That's beautiful.
Yohanan.
Yohanan.
Like
I still like it. It's still beautiful. Come on now.
I have to sit back and break it down for people all the time. It's like I have to break it down. I love it though, but hey.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. That's not on topic. What does your name mean?
Means God is gracious.
All right. There you go. Okay. God is gracious. Okay, I like that. So, introduce people to your name and what you're doing right now, like your occupation, in other words.
Oh, okay. So, Yohanan Israel, come out of Atlanta, Georgia. Retired military. I work on film and music, but currently I have been into the NFT market, creating NFTs. That's been my thing since I've been here in Merida. So it's very lucrative. It's very, very fun, and I enjoy it.
Okay. So, is this your first time being an expat?
No, I was in the military. I traveled throughout the world, stationed throughout the world, been deployed, places you probably never heard of. So for me, living abroad is natural. It's like breathing to me. I love being immersed amongst different cultures.
Okay. Welcome to Night Show. All right. You love different cultures. What do you like about different cultures?
It's just, food, first of all, because everybody don't eat everything. So when you see why it's a delicacy in this part of the land, but here I won't eat that, but I'm going to try it this one time. I like that. Architecture. You see how different architecture for different regions are. That's another big thing that you have to, languages, like heck, Spanish is like, I got the best Spanglish ever. The broken Spanish, whatever you try to do to order some food and buy whatever at the market. It get me through. I'm getting through. So, but,
okay.
Yeah, and the people like out here specifically, I've been around a lot of places, but out here, these are the most polite people I've come across, like just naturally. And so, why not?
Okay. So why did you pick Merida? Have you been to other parts of Mexico before coming?
Yes, ma'am. I have. I've been to other parts. Was rather young, but I was sitting back one day. I was with a friend, and I sat back, and I was like, I was wanting to change. We seen everything that was going on in the United States with, police violence, and I had children, so I just looked at my friend. I was like, hey, I need to change. We got to go. I got to go. So I looked up, first it was Africa, but I was like, because, they had that repatriation back to Ghana. But I was like, too far. I got family, so I was like, okay, it's something close that, we can grow. And I looked at Mexico. So did what everybody probably has done. What's the safest cities in Mexico? That
Okay.
San Miguel or Merida's 1 and 2. So, and I was like, I had to leave. So January, I came out on vacation. I was like, yeah, that's it. I like it. I like the vibe. Yeah. So yeah.
And you just came out. Did you like what? How was your preparation before you got to Merida?
I watched every YouTube video, read every blog site, everybody, every travel site. The rabbit hole got deep. I just had to come. I was like, there's no other way.
Okay, okay. So when you first landed, what was the first thing you did the first time before you made that big plunge and moved here?
Um, I had to visit. So the first thing was just have the vibe. We had to get the vibe. So if I wasn't vibing, it wasn't going to happen. So when I came, I saw how nice the people were. I saw how nice the buildings were. I saw that it's a place that I can thrive. And not only that, there's other brothers and sisters that are out here that can build a community with that can thrive. So I really was interested in being a part of that and still working towards building that.
Okay, that sounds good. So that's what I'm saying. Like you seen that, but how did you see that? Like you looked at the YouTube video. Did you like go from a Facebook group? Did you go to a meetup and put that information out there? Go on Google and search this out, say, okay, this is what it is. But no, what was your process?
Oh, did I just get offline?
No, 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 you're here. You're here. Hello. You're here. Hello. You're here.
Okay. I'm blessed. I'm
Just
looking at a black screen.
oh, you're looking at a blank screen. Let me see. Uh-oh. Now I'm looking at a blank screen.
I
Something
started,
happened. It was like
yeah, I
saying,
know
okay.
it came with a little twirly thing. I don't know.
Is it back now? Because I can see
Are we
you. And
good?
you had a black screen for a little bit, but now we're back. You're here. Hello. I
I
see
can see
you.
myself. I can see you again.
Okay.
Oh,
So
now it's gone again.
let's do
I'm gonna just keep talking then. That's fine.
yes, please
They
do.
don't have to see me. Anyway, so I joined every Facebook group that we had, like, anything that had anything with expats, anything with
Ooh. Hello, you guys. I'm sorry. We're actually shooting live from Merida, Mexico, and we're going back and forth from some internet connections. We're talking to Johanny about his move to Mexico. We are back. You are live.
I don't know
It's
what
okay.
happened. They trying to take it away from your fans.
What they can do is they can look at it on on YouTube and go back or whatever. It's all good. They can do the
Okay.
replay. So that's just like be you, relax, and
That's
just
the
keep
art piece in the
going.
back. That's what that means.
Relax, go with the flow.
Am I nervous? Do I look nervous?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
That's
trying
not
to
my
relax.
intentions. I mean, it's
I
all
know
good.
I'm trying to be cool, but it's like I'm on the spot, so I'm making sure I'm saying the right things.
No, okay. What I need you to do, come on, come with me. I want you to come with me. I want you to take a deep breath. Come on, let it go. Let it go. I mean, that's the type of person I am. We're gonna let this go and let it flow. I mean, it's all good. I mean, it is
All
what it
right.
is. Whatever way it
Okay.
goes is all in divine time. Whatever's supposed to be is be. That is divine in nature. if you know
I
anyone
agree.
like that.
I agree. I agree.
Okay, go for
What are we talking about? So where we at? Where did I leave off at? What's the last thing you heard? I don't know.
it.
Now
The
I'm
last
like,
thing
where did we leave off
Okay, the last thing I heard is that you went to a lot of expat groups. You joined a lot of expat groups
Yes.
to prepare for your landing
Yes.
for you to be
So
part of Merida.
yes. So yeah, I just went Facebook, Mexico expats. Everything that was possibly there, that's what I was doing. I was all night. I'm watching YouTube all night. So I just
Hmm.
got to a point where I just like, you know what? I have to go for myself. And if I feel it spiritually, then it's gonna be home. So
Okay.
took a vacation. Me and my friend came out,
Okay.
enjoyed ourselves with more friends. I love went to see some of the sites, but you know, it was I mostly came down was house hunting because I wanted to see exactly how the houses were set up, how it was laid out. Did it actually have bad neighborhoods? I couldn't come down with the tourist mind state of, okay, yeah, I go see the ruins and all that stuff and just caught in that. Because after that honeymoon stage leaves, then what?
You're right. First
So,
look,
right.
beautiful.
So I got with a realtor that I was on the, looking up houses and we were connecting back and forth and she, took me around Merida and seen every neighborhood, even the ones I seen on YouTube that people were hyping up and they were not that great when I actually saw them. So,
I like
so
that. Okay.
yeah, so I was like, yeah. So that was my first trip. So the second trip I came with the children. That was April. I wanted to see if they were vibing with it because that's a big move, but we didn't know at the time that I didn't know if the schools were going to be enrolled at this time. So
Hmm.
I sent them back. So unfortunately, I'm here by myself. But hey, I enjoy it, having fun.
Okay, that's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
So after you got here,
Mm-hmm.
um, I heard about your journey of driving from
Woo.
uh for Texas. So, but let's get back. You went back and you made a plan. Did you
Yes.
know how many months it was going to take you to come back?
I I knew I had to. By the second time I came down in April, I pretty much had my place figured out, like where I was going to live.
Okay.
So me and the owner worked out an agreement that I didn't have to. He will take it off the market of Airbnb, whatever he was using it for, to prepare for us to me to come live there. Excuse me.
Okay.
So I had to like June 15th. So from the time I April of that time, I had to make sure my house was rented and I had the everything must go sell. Or if it's not going, it had to go to the trash.
Okay.
Whatever was left had to go to storage. So uh, that was a big stress. Like you guys, when people want to come out and make this move, really prepare yourself. I got to say this because I know if you're coming out here to move, ensure that you have somebody or pay somebody who knows what they're talking about. First and
Ding ding ding
foremost,
ding 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 ding
you
ding
may
ding.
listen. I'm gonna look you. I'm looking dead in the eye. You may have blog sites that can tell you things. I lost so much money listening to blog sites. I'm telling you, it was crazy. Do not
Right.
do it. There's people out here that are good people. Do your research.
Mm-hmm.
That are good people that will help you out. Don't do it alone. That's my message.
Okay. Yeah, because we're going to talk about that because, like you
Yes.
said, it took you. Okay, sorry. Somebody's shouting. I was like, what the heck?
Oh wow.
It took you driving from Texas down
No,
to Merida.
Atlanta.
Oh, you
Atlanta.
drove from Atlanta.
Yes. Yes. Oh, let me tell you later. No, we're not even gonna go there. If you want to get the full story of Johanna, let's get it.
Let's
So
get it. Come on, baby.
let's
Bring
get
it.
it. Okay. Let me tell you how headed I know this process like the back of my hand. Let me tell you my story.
Okay, I'm
So
ready.
everybody's story can be better than mine. So take from what you learn from me. So
Okay.
I did my research. I came what I thought was my research. I came down. So I go to Atlanta, the Atlanta Mexican consulate, get my visa stamp, everything one day. Like it took like the total time was 5 hours if you want to do it in Atlanta. Total time was 5 hours. Uh, Came with my paperwork, my how much I make. You got to do that for 6 months, and your passport and all that good stuff, and you take it in 5 hours in and out, right? First time I do that, guess what happens? I get home and totally lose my passport. Could you believe that? Yes, I don't know where in the hell that passport disappeared from the building of the consulate to my vehicle, but I lost it nonetheless. So then I had to rush order another passport. Got the passport in about 6 weeks.
Ooh.
Took that very passport, did the whole thing again. Listening to a blog site, I decided I'm going to leave early to come and sign for the keys. But your visa is only one entry in and one entry out. So that means I had to stay here if once I came to the country, I could not leave for 30 days, which means I had to leave my family behind for 30 days.
Right.
Or got to come back and do the process all over again.
Correct. The mundo.
Yeah. So not only that, those who are on this site, if you're flying to Merida, Mexico, do not, and I repeat, do not fly through Mexico City.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that right there because I flew through Mexico City thinking I was nice and bringing my laptops and my PCs, my wonderful PCs through. Guess what? They took them, and I didn't even know. I flew all the way to Merida, and I'm sitting here like, where's my bags? Nobody knew where my bags were. I had studio equipment and I had my iMacs in Mexico City. I had no idea where they were, and nobody told me. Yes, and not only that, when you go to Mexico City, you got to go to Aeromexico and switch tickets and all that confusion. I'm telling y'all, if you want a smooth transition, go through either Houston or go through Miami. Do not go through Mexico City. Delta. I know people are big Delta fans, but go through Cancun and take the bus or something. Don't do that Mexico City thing. It's going to give you a headache. Unless you like Mexico City. I'm just saying, I don't care. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real because y'all did me kind of dirty, so I'm going to say what I got to say.
Hey,
they made me,
but
they,
that's good.
they
I'm
charged
liking
me
it.
double for the bags. They took my bags and charged me taxes and then charged me again. I had to fly back to Mexico City and pay for bags again. On a first class ticket, I still had to pay for the bags. They didn't even go to deliver them back to me. Yes. So I'm telling you, I don't care. This is my vengeance. This is my truth. And you're going to put me on your show, I'm going to tell it straight. Delta Air Mexico, you owe me some money. Straight up. Y'all played me. So if this platform is here, I'm shutting the business down coming through goddamn Mexico City.
I'm glad because me and my sister, now we're here now. We were going to go through the way of I live outside of San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
California, in a little town called Escondido, California.
Okay.
So we were going to go down. She was going to meet me in San Diego. She's from Arizona, and we were going to go through Tijuana, and it's Viviera Airbus, the airport in Aero, Mexico, the airplane.
Okay.
And first is Guadalajara or Mexico City. That's the thing. We were having like just a little bit of a problem getting that like matched up and getting appropriate to get there. So what we decided, like, no, we just gonna go through Cancun. And me being experienced being an expat, took just enough clothes for 30 days, long as I can wash and laundry.
Right.
Also taking my equipment and making it a personal bag. Now all my studio, like my microphones, all of that stuff, that's still at my house. I didn't bring that, but at first I was like, I'm gonna bring all of this. So thank you so much. Now I know why the Most High was looking out for me, looking out for a
Right.
sister, because we were having problems. She was like,
Right.
well, we're gonna go to Mexico. So what wound up happening? I actually caught the plane from San Diego, and I wind up stopping in Houston, Texas, maybe for about 15 minutes. I don't know why it was 15 minutes. While we went from the plane, same plane we got on, we got off. And
Right.
20 minutes of trying to order my food, because mind you, I've been traveling since 6 o'clock in the morning. So I said, I'll get my plane, get my food. And they were calling people to reboard. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't even get my food. I'm sitting here at the thing. And I told her, like, give me, she's like, you got time? I said, no, I don't. Give me my stuff. Let me get back. They done took me off and they're boarding now. Give me.
Right.
So I turned around and got back. But now I understand. Thank you so much for sharing that, because that helps me understand why we didn't come. Well, why I didn't come this way. I need to ask her which way she came, because she's flown straight from Arizona to here. So I don't know if she had to make a stop in any place before she went to Cancun. Okay, she did straight through from Phoenix to Cancun. I had to make one stop and it was 15 minutes. I don't know how that 15 minutes made it, but it made 15 minutes. And I got here early. So, but like I said, I just packed everything like I knew I was going to be on the plane. When I get on the plane, mind you, the little bag that I had that was supposed to be my personal bag, it wind up having to be a carry-on because we were sold out, totally sold out to Cancun, totally. So they take your personal bag and they don't charge you. So I made sure
Right.
nothing was of value. It was just my, my personal effects, because I didn't want to have to go through all that stuff. So they put it on there, and I was like, okay, no problem. But my computer, my laptop, I put my book back because I didn't trust it. Something just said, you know what? You let that stuff, they're gonna like it, they're gonna take it, or whatever. I've seen it happen traveling from many things, plus me going through customs.
Right.
That's another thing. But okay, sorry, go back. I digress.
Everybody got a story. Everybody got a story.
So you go back and you get your stuff and you first class and you come back, and now what?
So I come back and they charge me again for the bags. I was like, woosah moment. But I wasn't deterred.
Okay.
Now, here's when we get to the interesting part of the drive. So I hired a driver because I had a vehicle that was in the country. So we hired a driver to help, caravan, but I had to make it to Laredo, Texas. That's what it was. Laredo, Texas by the 21st of June. But here's the problem.
Okay.
Since I entered into Mexico and I had to do that process all over again, the appointments were not on the 21st of June.
Wow.
So I called the dude that did my caravan. I said, hey, man, is there any way you can stretch out the time? So he pushed it out to like the 24th. But my appointment was like, no, it's the 24th. And then my appointment was like the 23rd or 22nd. So like I had it like that night, 23rd, like that night, never leaving like the 24th in that morning. So I got my visa, packed up this trailer. That was a rickety trailer that I got my friend's mom. Looked like the Beverly Hillbillies. Things bouncing all over the road. I'm like, I can't believe this thing even made it. And like that night, I took off and I was driving, just determined to make it. So to make it on time. Long story short, we didn't make it on time, but he left me a driver, and this guy was phenomenal.
Okay, so tell me, how did you wind up with the caravan? How did that come about? How did you find that?
I have a Mexpat group, a Mexpat service, and they
explain that. What is an expat service? I'm sorry.
they basically deal with your transition. You can find them. It's different. Sorry about that.
That's okay. This is live and it's all good. This is live.
People running around. I got to turn it off. I'll try to turn it off. No, they deal with transitions. So I research different groups that deal with expats doing transitions. So once I hired them, they anything that you pretty much want to know or avenue that you're looking at, they help you with. So I hired this expat service and get the actual name of it. I don't know if I want to plug them. Is
You can
that
plug them. It'll be great because if you can send, matter of fact, when you go to your private, on your side, you'll see private chat. If you can
mm,
put that, you can type it in here and I can put it up there for people to see because that'll help you and them out. So
all
I
right?
don't
So
know if you get tell them like for every we'll put in a code. If you give them a referral, maybe you can get something back or something. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna give stuff. You know I'm a hustler. We're gonna get it. As the Mexican expat services, Carlos and Vicky, wonderful people. Uh, they're very professional.
Mm-hmm.
So anything, I mean, she was almost my counselor because all this stress with me losing my passport and all this stuff, she always was there. She called me, hey, we talk. Anytime I need to talk about something, I had a question about anything, she asked. Like I saw something on the blog site, I pick up the phone. They've been doing this for 12 years, so that's
Wow.
proof in the puddings. You know what I'm saying? So her husband is a retired police officer, so this is what he does. So he just lives up at the immigration office pretty much. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's cool.
all, yeah, so all the laws that they pretty much know he knows. So anything that I had a question with, they pretty much. It's when I didn't listen to them and started doing my own thing, went on blog sites. I started took a turn for the worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So so
Okay,
they
so
so with the Mexican expat service, back on that Mexican expat service actually put me in contact with this guy is David. I don't know what his actual, but his name is David. I put the on that video that I put on Facebook. The information is there. But he has a caravan company, so he
mhm.
left me a wonderful driver. His name is Mariachi, and I clown him every day for that. But a good
It's
friend
a
of mine,
mariachi band.
yeah, I was like, well, how did you get there as a nickname? But so
Okay. Because that's the thing is, did you bring a car down? Didn't you say you drove a car down from Lida? What is it, Lida? I'm trying to think of the stuff. Hey, Lida?
and we're back. How we doing?
Oh, okay. Didn't you drive a car down from oh gosh. No, 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 no. When he got there, that little town in Texas when you cross the border, right? You know, you had to bring the car across. You have an American car or you have a
Yes,
Mexican car?
I had an American car. Yes.
Okay, so my question is, did you have to pay an import tax for that car?
No, because it came in under a temporary, a
Temporary
temporary.
visa?
Yeah,
Visa?
so you can bring it in for the time that you're here.
So you didn't have to, okay, see, that's the thing that we need to understand because some people tell you you have, in order to even bring it in temporary, you have to pay an import tax
Yes, you do.
from,
You do at the
oh,
border. Yes, at the border, you will pay that tax. And you have to pay that insurance, and to make sure that you do have insurance, the Mexican insurance on your vehicle. Do not come in this country without paying for that
yeah.
insurance. Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to assume I know there's for different vehicles. I've heard from some people. This is why I'm asking you. For some people, there was different prices. Some of them are like for the I seen on the website like 2007 and above. You pay like least $400 plus the $50 in tax. If
Yes.
it's lower than that, 2003, you might pay $200 to $300 and the $50 for whatever that fee is. That $50 fee, I don't remember what the $50 fee is, but that's just for the import the car. Then someone said if your car is a 2021 or something like that, you're going to be paying 30% of what the vehicle is to bring it in. Do you know
I,
about that or no?
I don't. I can't speak on the last part, but I do know that you have to. It has to be within 10 years, and it is the $400 because that's it's like $425 US,
$425. Okay, US dollars.
and you get but you get it back. It's just
Okay.
an insurance. You get it back if when you leave the country. You get it back. You have to give it back to you. So it's not like just like an insurance policy.
Right, makes sense because you lose that and you get a bad mark if you don't do what you're supposed to. So the card stays with you
Right.
as long as you get your temporary passport, a residency, not
Residence,
passport, temporary
temporary.
residency.
Or if you're coming in as a tourist, you can bring it as well. You can use it as a tourist as well.
Okay, but you still
But
pay that 400 as a
you
tour
still
as
got
a
to pay
tour.
that 400.
Woo, okay, good to know. So, okay, that's getting back down to it. So, do they have different services? I heard you say somewhere there are different services that you can pay to actually come down with this company. Vicky at the Mexican, what is it called?
Mexican
Mexico
expat services, yes.
Expat Services. So, you said they have different packages that you can get with.
They have like a consultation, and the consultation is like I want to say it's like $50,
Okay.
and like your list of questions of what you have, like anything that you want to have, they will lay it out for you, and they will send you connections for anything that you have a question about. So
Okay.
it's healthcare, dental, hospitals, all the pertinent things that you want to know, connections, hell, people to clean your pool. They have, they're pretty much a concierge service for that's where I chose to go with. And they were very professional. They helped me out. And I mean, every question, even to this day, they still, I can call on them and they'll help me out with anything that I need.
Okay. So, are they expats or
Yes.
are they okay?
She is, he's not. He's local, but she's expert.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. So, okay, these little close up. So that helps out. So you have it where I want to talk about your experience crossing the border with your things. That's very important. How did that go? Because I've heard so many different stories with so many variations, how that could go wrong and how it can go right. You know what I mean? So I want your take on what you did different or what did you do versus, we hear some horror stories or we hear some, it's fairyland stories, like believe it or not, this is what it is. So
All
let's
right.
hear some
On the
reality
edge.
stories.
All right. My reality. You pay money to the right people and the right things can happen.
Okay.
That's what I want to say.
Okay.
So, uh, so when I got the driver, he has connections in the border of Laredo. That's if you want to go anywhere, that's where you should
Laredo.
cross. Yeah, Laredo, Texas, the main border. So he had his, he connected me with a friend that he had there, and he drove me to the border, and they pulled my card up, and they were like, I had to unravel everything, and they just looked at it, and I was like, damn, he's gonna charge me for. I got studio equipment in here. I have computers back here. I got.
Hmm.
I'm like, he gonna charge me like. So him and my compadre would step to the side. They were talking. He came back. He was like, yeah, let's give him $100. I said, say less. Covered it right back up. Strapped it right back down. Gave him his $100. I was on my merry way. We got to the border. We did the registration for the vehicle, and our our residency stuff. Make sure that you guys, when you go through the borders, and anytime flying or driving, boat, make sure they do. You look at your paperwork. Make sure you look at it because I had an issue with mine coming through Laredo, and I did not realize it until I went to get my residency that they checked the wrong thing. So make sure you look at your paperwork. Yes, I'm saying my story goes long. So make sure you check the paperwork when you come through the borders or even when you're flying in. Make sure you look over your paperwork. Don't just discard it at all because you need that FMM. So make sure you look over it. So yeah. So
Hold on. Sis, could you give me pass me my passport so I can show them the card that they might need when they're flying in or even when they're coming out? It's in the bedroom in my purse. I don't know where my purse is. I'm going to show y'all the little card so y'all know what you gonna need to come in and out because they tell you you will get a fine if you don't have this card going out,
yeah, you gotta pay
and you
$35.
don't want that fine.
Yeah, you're gonna pay 35 every time. Keeps going up too. And it keep going up too.
Oh wow. See. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. What I put in here. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all. Can y'all see this? This little paper right here is what you need. You need to fill
Yeah.
this out when you fly in and even when you cross the border to come deeper in that. So that's what it looks like for you guys, if y'all can see. And I keep it with my passport. So I know I'm not going to forget it.
Yep.
Okay. So make sure it has checked the right thing of that particular uh, if you will. Um, can I be nosy and ask the price of you bringing your stuff from Laredo, Texas into Mexico?
It was so it was $100 at the border,
Hmm.
and then I paid maybe six, $700 in like tolls. Because you got to understand, from Laredo, Texas to Merida, you're going through the entire country.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's not like so. I had the main toll road coming through, so I paid like yeah. With that, it was like maybe that gas and everything cost maybe close to $800 just for that trip.
$800 US dollars.
Yes.
Okay.
Just tolls and gas and tolls and gas and yeah, food.
So did you have to pay the caravan that you was in when you got there? So you were paying his toll too, or paying him? Did
He
you
just
pay
paid.
for
I paid him. Yeah, I paid him $1,000. Like so, his fee was $1,000. That was up front. That was the company's
a thousand
cost.
dollars up front?
Yeah. So he, with the $1,000, he pretty much drove the entire way. Like he
Okay.
would not stop. I was like, "Yo, you want to pull over?" He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep going. You want to pull over? Nah. You want me to drive? Nah." I'm like, okay,
Oh,
bro.
so he was in the car with you?
Yeah, he drove the
Oh,
entire. Hear what I tell you? He drove. He said, "I do this for a living. This is what I do."
okay. See, I thought you were in your vehicle and you were driving and you drove all the way down behind him following.
That was the original plan, but it didn't
Okay.
happen. So
Okay.
the caravan had to leave. See, with his company, what they do is like, let's say you have a lot of goods that you're bringing with you.
Right.
They have vans that are registered to Mexico. So I'll put my stuff in your van, their vans. They're not looking at those vans. I'm just putting it out there. If you want to use service, you get
Right.
what I'm saying. So
Okay. So that, but is that additional fee
I mean,
to?
that's what you're paying for in the total. So it helps. That's why you
Oh,
ask people at the border. It's something they rest their business. So they, this is what they do. So if you pay that money, you pay it in
okay.
the right place, you can get things done. That's it. What I'm saying.
Okay. So I'm getting you guys like to say, so it's $1,000
Mm-hmm.
or it could be a little bit more. It depends on
A
the
little bit
service
more.
you get, correct?
Yes, like it's up to
So,
like 4,000. That's the full package. I think he told me that's like you're not driving at all. Your family, like if you have a car, they're pretty much towing it, and they give you the full package. That's like 4,000, I think.
okay.
And they'll put all your stuff in vans. It's like a full presidential caravan through. Yeah,
4,000, that's everything.
yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So these are things I need to know. Because a lot of people, like you're breaking it down, a lot of people are not doing that. That's why I guess keying into that. Because you
Yeah,
know, because you know how we are. We blog it to death, we
right.
YouTube it to death, and then you still get the misinformation. Then you Facebook it to death, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not
Please believe me, I have.
that's not it. So you haven't experienced that. That's why I said I wanted to talk to you because you was like the day June. You was like, this was a rough trip. I would not do that again. And I was like, what?
I would not do
And when
that.
you said that, I'm like, wait a minute, because this is me. I'm like, I'm packing my stuff to go, and I was trying to get my car, and I'm like, okay, now I got to rethink this because I'm coming from, you know, I'm coming from San Diego and I want to bring my stuff across, but they having me the route instead of going to Tijuana where I'm really close to, they're having me go out, go through Phoenix to Texas to come through Laredo to come down. To me, that don't make sense. Why am I doing
Makes
that?
makes perfect sense. You want to go through the radio. Please believe me. Because anything other than that is narco control.
Okay,
So if you want to no hassles, go through the radio. That's
Laredo.
why it's telling you. The GPS is telling you to go through the radio. That's
Right, right. Like Google, I'm looking, I was like, wait a minute, I'm coming from the but and I know about the roads, at
yeah.
night, and they're telling you to only go on the toll roads. And that was dispelled when you said no, he knew these back roads. We was driving at night and see, because they tell you don't drive at nighttime. It's very dangerous. And that's what
Yes.
I'm saying. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Because it was I forgot. It was not Veracruz. It was somewhere before Mexico City. I got to find the city. He was like, "We got to get out of here before sundown." And I was like, "Why?" He just said narcos. I'm like, "Don't say nothing else. Keep driving." Because it's like there's certain roads, like, he tell you like there's some roads they'll pull you over. Like I had a nice decent vehicle, so I'm driving down the street with this nice decent vehicle through the country of Mexico. Who is this guy?
Right.
I'm gonna pull him over and harass him. I don't want them problems. Not about no narcos. No.
See, and my friend that was in Mexico when we was going to drive from Tijuana tried to get me to sell everything. He was like, no, don't. He's like, just drive the truck down here and we get down there. And I was like, I'm going to sell everything I got. Are you retarded? He was like,
So
okay,
listen. I everything went. Everything. My whole entire what I didn't have, I put to the side, but everything went because it's like, and I'm to the point now that stuff can pretty much burn. It's old news, old energy. I'm on to the new thing. This is new. I love this experience out here.
okay, okay. So that's not bad. Hold on. I have to give you this, the Vita. Sorry. You said C. See, you got uh, Curtis wants your information so he can get in contact with you. So I'm going to try to uh, put it on Facebook or put it on Instagram or one of these things, so you can. There you go, darling. He wants your info. Sorry. Uh Getting back to you. So okay, like I love your experience because you're real. You're like and you're military. You former military. So I get that. I
Right.
am detail oriented. So for me, that is very, very, very important. Understanding that on which we come, because a lot of us, well, they have us afraid. They also tells us when the borders are closed, they close the borders on and off in Tijuana all the time. And the way they got it hyped now, oh, the borders are closed, you're not going to be able to do anything, only tourism's in the group. So when you coming across, they help you actually get across. Am I right or wrong when they're with that? With your information, your temporary visa, and bring your stuff down.
Yes. When I got there, the guy that helped me at the border, uh, he ensured like he was with me, like shared my. He's like, make sure I share your location. Make sure you get to Monterey. That was like a handoff. So like you got
Right,
to Monterey. And another thing I did was I made sure everybody that I knew, like I trusted, I sent them. I shared my location the
location.
entire way, just in case anything was to happen. Somebody knows my approximate location.
Right.
Be smart. Be vigilant.
Uh huh.
Uh, Not every this place, not it's Mexico, so
Right.
So
And you got to, did you stay anywhere overnight or y'all just drove 48 hours straight through?
this guy, he drove, he stopped. I think he took like I want to say maybe 4 hours total sleep. Yes, he was a beast, and I'm like, yo, would you want to stop? I can drive. I can do this. I can let me hop in, bro. Like, yo, we stopped. They got food. I paid his tab. No problem, man. You killing it. So I'm like, what do you want?
Right,
He was
right, right.
a great guy. It was. We had a couple scary moments, especially the mountains. That was like, oh my god! And you got a trailer. Woo! And you got tractor trailers, like semi trucks coming down, and you like, oh
Yes.
my god, yo! I'm
You're on
talking
the
about the pucker
edge.
factory. Yes, that pucker factory was on. Like, oh my God, I just want to go to sleep. I don't want to see it coming. If it happens, I don't want to see it coming. I don't want to see it coming. I'm just going to go to sleep. That's how I was the entire way coming down. I promise you. I was like, I just didn't want it. I said, go to sleep. I don't want to see it.
Well, you should try driving in India and the Himalayas mountains where they be showing you the tractor drivers that's driving on one, where it looked like only one car, but they make two. And we drove out here like that, and some of the stuff in the back when we go into Progreso,
Yeah,
on the outway, that little bit of lane going to the beach, and it was like, wait a minute, how we gonna fit there?
right.
And it was this truck with these big old wheels too, and I was like, okay, how we gonna do that? And David was like very confident and just went right. I was like,
I'm talking. Pucker back.
we
Like,
lost.
pucker, like you're coming down a roller coaster. Like, please, don't let this in my truck. Dude, no, don't. Please, not this way, Lord. No, please. No side of the mountain. Not like that. Anything but this. I've been through too much to go out like this, Lord. No.
I got you. I got you. So I like that. So you would recommend this company in which you did it. You actually stand behind it, which is good. So you already had your house when you came down and knew where you were going to be at.
Yes.
And that was good. So did you have to hire people to help you move the stuff in and unpack the house? You know, did you have to drive the guy back to where he was, or how did that work?
He lived in Merida, so
Oh,
that's why I said it was his job. Their job is they're based out of Merida, so they just go to Laredo and
mm-hmm.
pick up their clients and bring them back. So
Oh,
if you guys have household goods or some, you might have things that might be pricey, might
uh-huh.
not want to pay tax on.
Yeah. See, and I do because I'm a holistic worker. So the things that I can't get here, especially my 10, my map, not what is that? That tent is a business tent that you usually use when you go to craft fairs and you cook and do all demonstrations and stuff like that. And then I have
Mhm.
stuff that I know I'm not going to get here. They don't have a personal steamer. They don't have a heated lamp that I do,
Right,
and
right,
my wax thing that I do my treatments and stuff, and my color therapy. Those are things that are my tools that I need to use. And then I have my vibrational on my bowls,
okay,
so I know they're not going to have that. And they are kind of pricey because you can't get them everywhere. They're hard enough to get in America.
right, right.
So I know that. So I was like, okay, well, I put them in tiny little boxes. And then I was told, Ceci, you don't have to pay. You can't bring your legumes. Well, I'm a canner and a preserver. So that became an issue. I was like, are you kidding me? Now I
Mhm.
can't bring, the stuff now. I make elixirs. I done made burdock root. I mean, I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm like, oh yeah. My girlfriend's like, oh, there's a process. When every appliance, you gotta have every appliance model, name, serial number listed for in order for you to cross. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Nah, it's not that deep. I'm telling you, I came in.
Oh,
I had whole look. I have whole studio equipment in here. I have like I'm talking to you. I have stuff 'cause I
it
record. I
was
have
it in a
film
box?
equipment. I had it in a crate. I had like a tub.
Okay.
So yes, you can. Okay, you can bring a trailer.
Uh-huh.
Everybody debates. Yes, you can bring a trailer.
Okay.
Okay, if you're under permanent, you're gonna have to pay taxes. You can't even bring a vehicle like that. You have to pay taxes on that vehicle straight up. You're not. You can't. It's gonna be whatever the price of that vehicle is. You're gonna pay that tax to bring it in. You gotta bring it. You gotta pay the. You have to import the vehicle in. Okay.
Okay.
If you're under temporal, meaning that you're gonna be here for 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
you can bring in a trailer that's registered to you, and you can bring forth a vehicle that's registered to you. But it has to be registered in your name to you.
Okay.
Okay? Now, at the end of your 4 years of your temporary visa, you have to remove that vehicle out the country because now it is illegal.
Oh, okay.
Okay? You have to remove them, or one, you're going to lose your deposit, but more importantly, if they pull you over, they're impounding your car.
Okay. Wow. That's good info. Good
Right.
info. So you must Must. I mean, y'all listen to this. You must. Unless temporary is good to go and permanent. You're not. You're going to pay taxes on it
You got
and
to pay taxes full. You got to pay like you brought a vehicle, whatever you may
from
have paid
here.
off. Oh, and also if you're under permanent and you bring a vehicle, it must be paid off.
Oh, yep. That's very important. Must be
You
paid off in
cannot,
order. You
no
must own it
notes.
right out.
Yes, you must outright own it. Then you're gonna bring it. You have to get an import person to import it into the country. So you have to
Right.
get it imported.
Wow. See,
So the
that
smart
makes
thing
sense.
of married couples, this is what you can do to get around it if you need a vehicle.
Okay.
Husband or whoever go on to permanent.
Mm-hmm.
The spouse or whatever come under temporary.
Right.
Now you can bring the stuff in, your household goods and stuff in that way. So now when you come into the country, now everybody can get under permanent because it doesn't kill the situation
Mm-hmm.
because you're under that. She's still under that he or she's under that temporary visa. So one of you guys get permanent, one of you guys get temporary.
Temporary.
You can bring
Okay.
stuff in that way.
Okay.
That's a little hook. This real. You can look this up. I'm not making this up. I did it. So I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you can do it. I did
Okay. All
it.
right. So okay. So I like that. So that's cool. So after that, you got settled. But your babies flew in already.
Yes, they came in from Monterey. They came in. Yes, and
Okay.
I drove. Me and Mariachi did the Mexico tour. Should I say? And it was very spiritual,
Mm-hmm.
very scary, and a couple times we ran out of gas. We didn't know where the next gas station was coming.
Oh,
Woo!
whoa.
That was one. That was a scary one.
Okay. So in actuality, you paid almost 2 grand to actually come here.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
that's the tolls, the gas, and the whole 9 yards. Oh
Mhm.
wow. Okay.
Oh, it's even more than that. I mean, the flights, it's more than that. It's
Well,
just
we're
that.
not talking about just
Yeah,
gas. We're talking
contracts
about
is like, whew.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and the hotel that doesn't even begin to. You only did maybe one hotel. Y'all spent the night at one time or no?
Actually, we stopped, me and Marty actually stopped at a truck stop. Uh, and it was a hotel you could have stayed, but he was like, yo, just squad, I just need to take a shower. I was like, man, I gotta take a shower. I'm smelling like 2 days ago. I gotta take a shower. This is not how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling grimy. I need to. So he was like, "Yeah, I know this place." So it was a little truck stop looking place, and you pay for a little shower, or whatever. It was cool. So it was a very.
Okay.
They know all the safe locations. Like they know the restaurants that are good. They know the safe locations where to stop at. So they do this all the time. So
See, that's good. That's good to know. Because, like I said, I'm trying to erase the fear that
mhm.
they give us in these groups. And there's a lot, and I know why. Some of them put the fear because some of them don't want to share. Just like
Right,
my girlfriend does in Koh Samui, she doesn't want people coming to Koh Samui for that because it's a good location, and I can understand economically it could raise the prices of living, and I get that. I'm with that, but still, I still think give out. Everybody's experience, as I said, is different, and I'm glad that you're sharing your experience, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the good
yes,
because most people make it like I said, it's all fairyland and butterflies and unicorns. That's what you got to believe. Or it's from the bowels of double hockey sticks. You know
right,
what
right.
I mean? And it doesn't necessarily have to be. How did you deal with the heat for the days coming down there, coming from Laredo, Texas?
Ooh, I know. Well, my thing is, being in the military and I've been in the Middle East more than I care to. So I kind of got at first like, oh God, like once you get up that first initial, but like I know like April out here is brutal.
Mm-hmm.
May, June, so air conditioner. We'll be
So
spending a lot of time. That's
do you have air con or air conditioner?
I have the little small air conditioner, air conditioner things that
Okay,
sit in your
aircon.
fan.
Okay, that's
Sit
what
in
I'm saying
your
because you don't have central air. I've yet to see people talk about central air out here.
Nah, I mean, with the cost of that, you don't even need it. Like it's an American thing. You don't even need it. It's like it's you're cooling off a whole home for what? Like the first time I was out here, my children were experiencing was getting the power outages, and I'm telling them like, "Yo, y'all using too much power.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't need you. You're walking out the room, but you have the air conditioner blowing for what reason? Cooling off a room that nobody's in.
Right.
Please get out that mentality. So come into the room, turn the air conditioner on, and chill
Uh-huh.
out, or turn the fan on. That's it. And you'll deal with the heat. That's why you got pools also. If you come to Merida, get a house with a pool.
Hello.
Don't be silly. Get a house with a pool. Why? Because when it's hot, I'm
It's
dipping in the
black.
pool. That's
There you
it.
go.
That's it.
See, in drinking, how did you find the food once you got here? When you got here, come on, come on, come on.
Okay.
Tell me, come on.
I love the food I go out. I'm been killing tacos. Like I'm a taco man right now. I've been um that and pollo pabil. Now that is how I gauge a restaurant. If you have pollo pabil and it's
Pollo
falling off the
pabil.
bone, that chicken falls off the bone like stewed right. I'm like, yo, this is top notch. I only met one place that cooked it how I liked it, but
Okay, share. Can you share?
it's over by Chichen Itza. It's a little I can't. It's a little restaurant I stumbled on, and it was and when I ate it, I was like, oh my god, like it just was like heaven. It felt like childhood when I ate it. So I was like, hey, I just gotta come to Chichen Itza just to eat at this little podunk restaurant that it was like, and there was one downtown. I can't think of the name of it. It's Gastronomica. I think they have it. They have the Pollo
It's
Pavilion there.
gastronomical.
Yeah, I think they
Okay.
have good Pollo Pavilion there as well. But that's
Okay.
kind of where I gauge if you have Yucatecan food. But I've been killing taco.
Okay, versus the American tacos, tell us what it's like. Like, what is the average taco?
And street tacos, the meat and cheese. If that, get the meat, cheese, maybe some sauce and a lemon. Make it
Now,
happen.
do they have radishes and lime and cilantro and
Yeah,
onions and stuff like that? Come on,
they
you
put
got
it
to
on the
bring it to
side.
them because you got to remember
I mean,
this is
they
our
have
first
it, but
time.
by the time I'm eating, I don't even care nothing about that. I just because you know what, I feel good because I'm like, you know what, I paid. What was I? I was downtown, the downtown market in Merritt,
Uh-huh.
Central, and I calculated my whole entire meal was a buck 75 with a coke.
Mm-hmm.
Four tacos and a coke was $1.75 USD,
Okay.
and I was good. I'm talking about like good, like I don't need to eat overindulgent. Like
Mm-hmm.
eat how much you need, and that's it. Go about your business.
Yeah. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about because we don't understand about the food, and the thing is, it doesn't have preservatives and additives in
Right,
it. They
right,
make it where it's done to order, or it's done right there when they're making stuff for the day. It's
right,
not that it's been sitting on the shelf for weeks and they just,
right. No
you know,
preservative. Your
right.
fruit, your fruit will go bad in 3 days.
Yes. Yes. He said our fruit will go bad in 3 days. So
3 days,
just so
like
you know, and we
it's
experienced
real.
some of
It's
that.
real fruit. You know, it's real fruit. It's real. Like I have a bowl. I'm like, damn, I wanted these oranges. I look down the bottom of the orange. Like it's not them
How
bag oranges you used to get in the United States.
right.
No, it's real orange. Like you put it in the bowl. 3 days later, it's brown. Like damn, I really wanted that orange. I had my mouth fixated on that orange. But today, I'm
And
not going to eat.
right. So you basically learn to shop for the week instead of for the weeks of
Yes,
just having it. So it changed your mindset of how you're shopping.
yes, yes. And money.
Yes, come on, bring
Make
it.
sure, like I anybody come out here, I advise you to just go to the ATM and pull cash out. Don't
Okay.
use your card swiping because you don't even know how much fees you're racking up. You're racking up way too much fees.
Okay.
If you're coming out here and you're even if you're vacationing, go and pull out a good amount. It's really you don't really need that much.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't need that much. Like I pull out like 7,000, which I think is maybe 400, maybe. Let me check. 7,000, and it lasts me quite a while. 7,000
Seven
pesos.
7,000
It's
is like
like
300.
350 bucks.
350.
Like
Okay.
I'm not out here buying Jordans. I'm not out here, it's food or gym membership or gas for my rental car or my rental car.
Right.
It's like you don't need. It's like just minimize yourself. You don't need to live like that anymore.
Right. Right.
Save your money.
Right. It makes sense. Makes sense.
Right.
So that's good because most people like, well, it's only 1%. What difference does it make when you pull it out? But I understand. But like you said,
Mhm.
get what you're going to need at the beginning.
At the beginning.
And some people come in being very cautious because they don't know. They're like, you don't want to keep the money on. You're going to get knocked in the head. You want to be wary. See, that's that fear basic stuff. And we've gotten information from so many different sources since we've been here.
Right.
uh it's not that bad, don't do this, you can use your card, it's this that, but then again it also depends on your expenditures that you have.
Right.
If you
Right.
put that in your expenditures, but if you're someone that's living on a budget, a certain type of budget, and you want to save money but also live good and you have more people to survive or support, it's a different mindset. So
Right.
I
Right.
want to say that you can live as expensive as you want to, elaborate as you want to even frugal, that you're just surviving. But if you're just surviving, why are you even here?
There you
Because
have
you
it.
wouldn't even survive in the States at all. I'm just
Right.
saying, that's just my
Yeah,
personal
if you
opinion.
survive it, if you struggle, I'm gonna say this: if you you come to Merida and you struggling, you was just right above homelessness. You pretty much homeless. Like you're
Right.
pretty much. It don't. That's bad business. Like no, no, no. I
So
just like no. Just use like be wise about it. Like go to the ATMs and pull out a good amount. If you're coming to visit or weekly, I suggest it. Just go pull out because you don't understand. I study finance. I study Bitcoin and NFTs and stuff like that. But you don't understand how much money when we go and use that, and banks have to route all the way back to your bank. There's so many banks is taking out fees for you to out of your money for what?
yep,
So just
international or international tax fee.
right, you getting
So
paid. They're killing you with that.
right,
So my suggestions, I know we're used to the swipe it, but just get back to the cash mentality for right now. For
right,
people, just go back to the cash mentality and keep it on you. Nobody's just don't be stupid with your stuff. Like don't leave it out in the open. Like use common sense. Like it's safe. Like nobody's really gonna run up and snatch a person. It's not that type of spot. That's the truth. That is the truth.
right.
Now,
There you
if you tempt
that's
somebody, like I left my purse on this chair in this car, and oh by the way, the car is unlocked or it's running. Come on, man. Yeah,
I like that.
you get
So
what I'm
I like
saying?
yes. So I have a question. You said you do cryptocurrency
Yes.
and information. So I'm
NFTs.
going to stick this in there for you. What do you know? What do you feel about Sheba?
Oh, right now I'm doing great right now. I've been sitting this whole way. I've been sitting this entire time, like back and forth, like how back when I wanted to sell it, when everybody was like, "Oh, we're in the," I sat back. I was like, you know what? I just staked my coins. I let it be. So if I wasn't staking it, I let it be. And look at it
Right.
now.
So,
So,
okay, I like that because that's some pointers of some people doing some. You do the finances, like I have Ethereum. I was trying to get some yen. I
mhm.
have some USD coins as well, but I'm into that Ethereum, Bitcoin, and I have Bitcoin on two different platforms. Plus, I got the wallet thing.
Right, right,
Um, so I have it many places, and I have my stocks too. I'm not. I'm listening to what Warren Buff say. You know, when people don't have money, they try to invest and be like the big people, but they don't realize that when you invest, you leave it there. You don't keep taking it back and forth and watching it so much because then you have nothing.
right,
I really truly believe that. But if you believe in something, you're going to invest in something that you yourself, you use and others use, then you'll see the value.
right, right,
I'm just saying. Um, Bitcoin is coming out where a lot of people are using Bitcoin, for purchases, even among where it used to be in a circle. Um, I'm still waiting for my peoples get to their Bitcoin. on this thing called pie. So I'm waiting for us to like kill it on the market because I was there at the beginning. I'm like, come on.
See, yeah. So I heard a lot about Pi. I haven't used that platform, but here's my thing. The other day I was on LinkedIn and Hill Harper. They have that Black Wall Street wallet.
Black Wall Street, okay.
Yeah, so they were talking about just economics and how we don't have a piece of the pie.
Right.
So I always had an interest in it. So this time that I've been out here, I have nothing but time to focus because I'm not with the hustle and bustle. So
Right.
uh, I'm looking to build, and those who are into that, to build our currency for us. Because what I'm looking at right now is what did somebody uses for evil, we're going to use for good.
Ashe.
So, so this is what I look at. Just different things I propose. Like the coins I want to build, we got to start investing in ourselves. We're quick to put money behind somebody else, but we're not in the race right now.
Right.
Somebody has to launch it. So this is why I study frivolously to ensure that when somebody's in this race.
Right.
So I'm trying to get. If you're out there in this world, you're a developer. You know developers. You know. Let's build this blockchain. We can get this going because we don't need to be last in this situation. We don't need to be
Right.
keep giving everybody else money. We can make money ourselves.
Right.
That's what I'm looking to build right now. So that's what
Okay.
I'm.
Okay. Well, what's that gentleman's name in oh my gosh. Not Kanye, not oh my God. There is a brother that went to Africa and built a coin. Uh
Mhm.
some Akon. Akon, yes, that's Akon. Akon's coin. I don't know much of it and I haven't heard from it. You see how it's stuffed out. They just said he built one and you don't know the name of it. They're not even promoting this brother.
Right. So this
You
is
feel
why.
what I'm saying?
Yes, I know. So you got to make it to the point where they can't. You got to back them almost to the corner. That's the point. You got to create something that's so devastatingly useful to everybody that they can't snuff it out. You got to use it that way.
Right.
Most of the stuff that the inventions that we came out with as black people,
Mm-hmm.
somebody else took it from us, and so guess what? We're gonna come out. I'm gonna come out over whatever I'm looking to the team that I'm looking to build, whatever the universe has coming around me, because I'm speaking it now.
Right. Speaking it out, right. And
It's
then we
gonna revolutionize the game when it comes to cryptocurrency because I
okay.
see the loopholes.
Okay, so are you in the Mierda cryptocurrency community?
Yes, and I'll be there on the 23rd for the meeting. So I'm gonna make my presence.
It's like I'm running in since I'm running into too many me's over here. I'm running
Hey,
into me.
it is now go time. Like I am not. Hey, I don't know if y'all see this. Listen, I have a book here that I've written out.
Okay.
Every day I read. I'm telling you, this is serious. We're not playing games right now. This is
Right.
all. It's if you're not here to elevate, you just can't come.
There you go.
That's where I'm looking at it. That's
Okay.
how I look at the whole situation.
See, in this platform, what you're saying might are you part of the light workers of Mierda expats
No,
group?
I've never heard of it. You gotta add me
Okay.
to it.
Because yeah. The thing is that this is something that needs to be talked about, our finances, because this is where we lack because we don't have the knowledge. And if we do, we get in on it at the last minute, or some of us are so scared to say anything. We don't want you. I really truly believe some of us are like the crab. You know, the crab in the bucket. You know the story? Okay.
Hmm.
So y'all know about the crab in the bucket. That's how I feel some of us are. And my thing is I'm not in competition and I don't think we should be in competition. I just feel that someone might know something much better than I do, or somebody, I might like their style, you might like my style, but we benefit each other, so we're just going to help each other. That is what building a community is all about. You know what I mean? I want to help you enhance what you have, and I hope you want to help with enhance what I have, and we can bounce that energy off of each other.
Right. So
So that's what I'm doing. So this is, my platform. That's what Food Alchemy is about. I got information. I want to share it with you. I hope you like it. What can we do for each other? Can I help you? And I definitely will connect with you. I'm really new here. I literally just got off the plane last Tuesday, so we've only been here 1 week and 3 days. And I got off the plane like not running. Okay. I used to live in Tijuana. So I am a person that's always thinking, always like working. I'm learning to relax a little bit. So instead of working until 7 in the morning, I dialed it down to two, I dialed it down to one, and then I'm always learning languages. Which I should be cultivating and really,
Right.
really working on my Spanish, which I am going to do as much as I do my Mandarin because I feel that's the next thing we need to be working on. That's going to be the language we need to know is Mandarin. That's my belief system. Is up to anybody else. You don't have to agree, but the way the economics are going, you better understand what China is really all about. I'm just saying. That's not his view. This is my view. Um, so I'm glad you're doing that. And your children, now that they're there, how are they adjusting and liking the area as do they know Spanish? I guess that should be the first one. Do they know Spanish?
Well, unfortunately, they had to go back because of the school situation. There was
Okay.
when we first got here was a lot of uncertainty with schools,
Mm-hmm.
so they had to go back at this time. So trying to work and see how this situation is going to play out. Because I just see now that the schools have let back in. For those parents that are out there, the schools have let back in. They're
Okay.
they are attending school. Because I'm at
Okay.
PJ. PJ is right around the corner from me, and they're attending classes.
Okay, so they also have some homeschools out there in the
Yes.
area. We have some
That's
people that
awesome.
do some homeschooling online, and they have meetups and other things that
Mhm.
are open to people out there that want to move here. So there's some options.
Right.
Um, is there any fear about the vaccination or anything?
Oh, for me?
Yes, and your
No, I'm not
children.
taking it. Straight up. It's not even fair. Um, it's more of something personal. Like I said, I was in the military. You were in the military. So
Hello.
I don't know if you were in the situation when we had the anthrax shot.
Yep.
So yeah. So they
That one.
so if anybody knows the history of this anthrax shot that came through that me and her had to take, and you couldn't get a check, that they finally came back and told you that it was illegal. So now they put years and years of anthrax in your body, and now you're trying to ask me to throw some a shot that you just made up in the last couple months, bruh. No, no, bruh, no, no. You crazy? No, no.
See, I thank you for saying that because some of us, like I told them, some of us, and actually to work, they did it dirty. Like I told my son, if you understand all the stuff that I got and all the shots that when you become property, and that's the thing,
That's it.
property of the USA defense, you're their property. You're not a number, you're just among many's an object that they experiment if it
Right,
goes wrong.
right.
Okay. So we know about Agent Orange and how they did it. We know about Korea and how they did it. I can go on about a lot of stuff they did. The Civil War, we know how they did it. Tuskegee experiment. I mean, shut come on, Miss Evers
Yeah,
boys. Come on. I
yeah.
mean, I'm just saying, we've been doing this, they've been doing this experiment for a long time. This is nothing new. And to make it bad, we co-sign and don't realize that when we sign that, they were like, oh, you can get a job, you can travel the world, you can get educations, but how much do you have to pay for? Some
Yeah.
of us were starving, literally. We're not getting enough to eat, but they didn't let the Americans know that we weren't getting enough to eat, that we were on a diet, not by choice, but by force, because they were trying to do stuff because they didn't have enough money. But we
Right,
got enough money to build a bomber. We got
right.
enough money to build a bomb. We got enough money to go over there and kill people. Okay. I'm back. I'm
Well,
just saying,
you
I'm
gotta
just,
understand when you're dealing with people that's their God is God. Their God is guns, oil, and drugs.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That is what they're into. That's what they're polluting for. It's just, you know, I'm grateful for the situation, but back on the vaccination, that's a hell to the no. Ain't
Right.
gonna happen.
Right. Same.
I've been there, done that. Actually, after I've been out of the military, I've hardly been sick. Matter of fact, I had COVID and didn't even realize I had it.
Ashe, here, 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 here.
So I mean, if I already had it, why I need to get vaccinated from it? So I'm just,
Right.
and
And
my
they are.
doctor, yeah, so he did in the blood test. He's like, yeah, you had COVID. I was like, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
No, okay, well,
Keep
then
it
my
moving.
kids never had it. Nobody around me. Yeah, I was like, okay, so I no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting a shot. For what?
I got you. I got you. And I understand completely. And I so appreciate you. Because I'm very candid when I told people I
One
not
more
that I
thing.
got.
Remember with chicken pox? What happened to chicken pox? What happened to chicken pox? Remember we used to get chicken pox as a kid?
Yes.
What happened to chicken pox?
Well, they had an outbreak back in the 90s again because a lot of people stopped, they said supposedly stop getting vaccinated. No. And what you can find out that chicken pox is in your system, but when you get older, it turns into shingles.
Shingles, yeah.
And people don't remember that. So all depends on your immune system and what you calibrate it. Now I
Right.
got my vaccinations of chickenpox and all of that stuff, but I got the same ones when I went into military. So not only do you get them once when you get all of that and then some. I got malaria. What was the other one? I got all these weird shots that gave us in the military. They
And
were, and the
people,
thing is, when you get your shots, you're getting 20 shots at the same time. You walking down the line and getting the shots. It's not like my doctor when I was a kid. I'm gonna give you a shot. You come back three
mhm.
minutes later, you get another shot. Nope.
Nope.
Boom, 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 boom. And it is not like a normal needle either. It looks like a gun machine.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, okay.
I think the
And
worst one they gave me was smallpox. That was the worst.
and how you had it after you got the shot?
I got the shot.
Mm-hmm.
I was hallucinating everything. Yeah, that thing had me bugged out. I
Whoa.
was in my room like I thought it was over. I was like, I'm about to go to the light. I'm about to go to the light.
I'm
And what happened? I
sorry.
was hallucinating, and I had the TV was on Discovery Channel.
Mhm.
And
Oh
it was on
wow.
venomous spiders, and I'm sitting there in the bed like they're gonna bite me. I'm all hallucinating. I was like smallpox was. And it was like 3 days, and it was over with. And I was like, oh my god, that was the
Wow.
worst. I was like, what are they injecting us with? This thing
See,
was like a
that
3 day
works.
sickness. It was like I was down for three. I got the shot like Thursday. Friday I was down. Saturday I was down. Sunday I was down. I was right for work on Monday. I was like, how did y'all plan that perfectly? He'll be right.
Easy, easy, because that's what they do. That's when we got a shot in boot camp. Matter of fact, a lot of the girls were getting the shots because we were going down, and they were passing out and fainting. And I'm sitting there with my arms like this, and the guy said, "We got to take a shot for her," because like I'm looking like pure evil. Like, yeah, now what? You know what I mean? Like, what else is next? Because they were like, boom, boom, boom. And he looked and he was looking for me to faint. And I looked him right because I didn't like my drill sergeant. Looked him straight in the face. I was like, yes, and my dad said, could you
Oh,
look
he's one of
even more
those.
evil?
He's one of those. You got the hat. Oh, for real. Oh, really?
Right,
Oh, we
right,
got one. Oh, we
right.
got one.
And I'm like, hmm, now what? And he just looked at me. He's like, then he called and told my dad. He said, you know what? She's mean as all get out. Now, my dad is former military, my stepfather and my biological father.
Mhm.
And they called, because they was in boot camp and trying to do their mind games. If you haven't had a Sicilian grandmother and a black grandmother that yell at you and tell you to do something, you can make it through my boot camp with my people easy. Cause I was sitting there like, he said, we're gonna make it rain in here if y'all don't do this. And I was like, oh, they gonna make it rain in here. I want to see that. Okay, let's do this. He was like, if you don't put your shoes in there, I was like, I gotta see this because he gonna make it rain. So this must be a miracle up in here. So I put the shoes in backwards. He said, "You make it, you made it all the way to just to do your shoes backwards. You don't know." And I looked at him like I was like, "I want to see it rain." You said you're gonna make it rain here. Let's do this. And then he called my dad and said, "Look, she's sassing me." I was like, "Dad," he talked about certain assets of me being in the pool, and I just looked at him. I said, "That is so inappropriate." My dad said, "You didn't say that." I said, "Yes, I did." He said, "You can be court martial." I was like, "Dad, no, I cannot." When he's talking about my assets, that has nothing to do with military training. He in the pool, my dad said, "You gotta understand what you signed up for." I said, "I didn't sign to be sexually harassed." And my dad's like, so he had my dad write me. My dad wrote me a letter, and then I pretend to ignore it. So they called my dad. Now, you know, in boot camp, you're not supposed to be getting no phone calls, no nothing. I got a phone call.
Hmm?
And they told my dad knew everything I did. Now, I meant to tell you, my dad is also a drill sergeant.
I had to figure. Because there's too much of a connection right there for that to happen. It's too much. Like, how is he having too much connection now?
Right. My dad was a drill sergeant. So I'm the female training in Orlando. My dad's in Jersey. And they called him. And I was like, they got me out of bed. We supposed to be in the bed asleep. And they called him and had me speak to my dad. I said, you giving them trouble? I said, I'm being me, Daddy. And then he said, stop rubbing off with your Nona. My Nona has been running her own business, telling people what to do. So who I admire was her, because
Mhm.
during that time she had to go through adversity. And she was like, if you don't like something, just don't do it. Only thing they can do is say yes or no. And if they say no, keep it moving. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take that. So I took that same attitude to the military. Oh, you want to do this? Oh, I want to see this. I'm very curious how you gonna make this work. You
Right.
gonna make me do something? Okay, let's do this. And
Right.
that's you taking court martial. I was like, for what? I didn't steal. I said, Dad, they gotta know the bylaws. He said, I forgot who I'm dealing with. Before I because I was reading everything, but I used to go to my dad's the weekend warriors. My dad would be a drill sergeant on the weekends, so I would go there and I would cry for those people. But after my dad did it for a couple of years, I got to the point when I went in the military, it was like, whatever. They can't do nothing. They can just yell. They just yell and let their exert energy off. Now, some people didn't go to the brig, but I didn't go to the brig or do any of that because I didn't do nothing worth being court-martialed for.
Right.
And there's certain things that they push because they looking for, like he said, they were trying to break me and my dad. They realized they can't break you.
Mhm.
That's a challenge to a drill sergeant, and that was his goal. So when he met my dad at the graduation, he looked and he said, okay, because my dad looked and they brought my Nona, and my Nona told my dad, look, I'll switch your blah 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 blah. Now mind you, my dad is 6 feet and my Nona's not only 4'11".
Right.
Okay. Could you imagine her telling her son? And then she told me, she said, did they break my baby? I was like, no, they tried. So that's where I get it from. I said, they hurt my feelings. She said, tell me who did. I'll switch them up.
Oh, yeah.
So that's beautiful stuff for me because
Right.
I learned who I am from her and not let them break your mind. So
Mhm.
I think that that's why my ship was the first experimental ship for men and female to be co-ed on ship was a U.S. manhood. There was no such ship of men and women sharing a ship together. I was in there what they call their pioneer program. And that was
Mhm.
why. And I didn't take no mess from them either. I'll be up in the weight rooms lifting weights. And I was like, I used to be a bodybuilder. And that was like, whoa, who? What? I'm not up here trying to flirt with y'all. I don't got no time for that. Y'all can't do nothing for me that I can't do for myself. I got a
Right.
daddy that do everything for me. And that's the thing that I try to instill in my children. Don't let my girl, my daughter, don't let some man sell you a fantasy that you can't build your own fantasy for. But make sure that he treats you in the same way your mama, your nana, and everybody else treats you. If he can treat you that and better, then you good. And the same thing, my son. You better not treat this woman. You talk to a woman with respect. You listen. You're courteous, and he's very well mannered. And my son hasn't been in the military, you
Yeah.
know. And I don't want my children going in the military. How about that?
Same.
And I told my daughter, she was like, well, mom, I'm going to go to the military like you. I said, you will no longer be part of this family. I will put you out. I'm struggling to get what I got for US, for Desert Storm. People
Mhm.
don't know that they announced the war after we've been over there for a while with the name,
Right.
but we're
Right.
over there doing the work while they're in there with their territory. And
Right.
for what cause? It was for the oil. Same thing. Saddam Hussein. Oh, he's mass destruction. Did you find any mass destruction? No. But it was for the oil to make Papa Bush richer than what he need to be. I'm just saying.
Guns, oil, and drugs. Afghanistan with drugs.
Right.
Poppy
I'm
seed.
just right.
You clean the poppy seeds out, and you got your contract. I give you back your country. We
Right.
came to negotiations. Now I give you country back. And by the way, I'm gonna leave you this military stuff too. So all this billions of taxpayer dollars, I'm just gonna leave it out here for you. That's all the deal. People don't come on, man. It's real.
Are
It's not.
those what is it? Adolf Hussein? No, that wasn't his name. Back in the
Saddam.
80s, Hassan, remember, he was trying to give the money back and could create our Wall Street. And they destroyed him on purpose for that. But no one knew the purpose behind that. He was trying to make sure that we had to say, like, people are just finding out about Black Wall Street. We
Right.
had it more than one place than Oakland,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oklahoma City and stuff. But they didn't know that, you know what I mean? Now it's coming up. Rosewood, the things and communities that was part of Florida before. Oh wow, no, that was the place. They like something, they come and they destroy it. We were the first. United States caused terrorist attack on their own individual. There was air bombs on their own individual citizens.
Yeah. It did it for,
But they don't say that. They don't let you know that they caused war on their citizens. They make it look like it was an accident or
right.
misunderstanding. Again, that's why you need to homeschool your children and understand where you come from, what you came from, and the destructive patterns they have set for our children. So it not be repeated, but we can educate. That's just me going on my rant.
Your tangent.
So, yeah.
I totally agree. I totally agree. But we're talking about community, and
Right.
it means common union. And I think that a lot of us, to have a common union, you got to have a common set of rules. And I think with us, especially being out here in Merida and different places, and we have communities in different cities out here.
Right.
It's just, I think have post-slavery mentality right now.
Ashe. I call it post-slavery syndrome.
Yeah, because like even now, I come out there now and I see Black people and they'll just walk by you like, bro, I didn't do it to you, bro. I didn't do it to you, brother. Sister, I didn't do it to you. Look, I didn't do it to you. I'm just saying hi. Because here's the thing. If it was to hit the fan, you're looking for me first.
Ashe.
You're looking for me first. You're looking for this face first before any other face. Those who are out here on Facebook, man, those who are here in Merida watching this program right now, I didn't do it to you. So stop being rude. Speak to your brother and sister. Invite your brother and sister over. We're all we got right now. Even if you're here as a tourist, you speak to your brother.
Right.
I don't care. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't care who you date. I don't care. Because I see your brother the other day. I know he felt some sort of way that he thought I was gonna say something. I'm not, brother. Listen, if you on it, you watch it. I don't care. Just speak to your people. These are people. I ain't do it to you, bro. I escaped oppression as well. I'm here with you. We here together. That's it. That's my tangent. That's my tangent.
See, and that's that's the difference. That when you come in, you say hello, hola, ¿cómo está? I like that. Just saying, fitting part of the community. That's very important. What do you bring? Again, like I said, what do you bring into the community, and how do we get together and share in the pot together? Because we're here and we're migrating from the States for a reason, or migrating even from the UK for a reason, or Jamaica, Antigua, the Caribbean for a reason in this spot, in this land. So why not build a Mecca, if you want to call it, together? I'm just saying,
You said something earlier about the crabs in the barrel.
Yes, I did.
We have this mentality. Okay, I'm gonna put it to you like this. The Chinese can come over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buy a laundromat. This you can look this up.
Yeah, they do.
Buy a laundromat. Bring everybody from the community going to work in this laundromat until this laundromat is a success. Once this laundromat is now a success, guess what? Dr. D wants to open up her dry cleaners. We expand into a dry cleaner. So Dr. D, you running the dry cleaners.
Right.
And that's how they expand.
Yep.
Everybody got to be the boss. But if everybody's the boss, who's working?
Thank you. There you go.
Who's working? Somebody got to be the one. Okay, This may not be, you may not be a leader or a facilitator or know how to get people together. That might not be your strong suit.
Right.
But you may know organization. You may know how to schedule things. That's your strong suit. You
Right.
may be good at this. You know where your strengths lie. That's how we start to build the community. Because then it will form through the dynamics and through the talents of what you have. But you have to know how to step back and get out your own ego as black people. That's how Black Wall Street came. It's all out of necessity. How did it start? We're traveling. We didn't know where we are going to travel at. One guy stopped in the city, gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, people knew to go to that gas station.
Right.
All black people knew to go. Guess what? Somebody came through, built a hotel. So now we got a gas station and a hotel.
Right.
Now guess what? Somebody built a rival hotel because this hotel goes to compare. That's how you're supposed to think. Not, I'm in your competition, but here, where can I fit in? Get in where I fit in. Till I get the guy with the supermarket. Till I get the girl with the beauty salon. But it has to start somewhere. We can't just sit here and wish upon a star.
Hello. Say it again. Yeah, I get you. I get you. And that's
And when people do things, I do see people in our community try. Stop downplaying what they're doing.
right.
Praise them for trying. And if you can do better, by all means, do better. Join the fight. Don't criticize the fight.
There you go. I
Just consider it. Food for thought.
It's a big food for thought, but are they ready for that? And I hope they are.
That's the honest. That's the only way. If it's not going to get built because it's too much inner fighting. It's too much ego. It's too much this. It's too much that. No, you need to divorce that. This is my talent. This is what I can bring to this relationship. Because what it is, we have people like myself that have permanent residence. Use that to set up businesses because it costs nothing to structure a business out here. And we can run LLCs and corporations underneath that. But we're not thinking like that. I want to run a boutique. I want to run a restaurant. Okay, how is that benefiting everybody? How can we help you?
Right.
Only way I can help you is by coming in and spending money with you. How can I invest in what you're trying to do?
Hello.
But the only way I can invest is by buying the actual food. And no, do you need help with what? Do you need help with marketing? You may have somebody that can market good. You may have somebody know how to get a building for us to acquire to do certain things. Use our talent. Somebody may be good at decorations. We have a full community out here.
A plethora of individual with beautiful talent. It's coming together. And that's why, I put
the key word, individuals. Not community thought, not community driven, individuals. As long as you're an individual, we can't build.
Divided, you fall.
There you have it.
United, you conquer. I'm just saying. Yeah, but yeah.
Hey, a fist is a lot stronger than this. I can slap you, I can hurt you, but I can knock you out and almost kill you with this because it's together.
Right.
It's
You're right.
You see what I'm saying?
I get it. See, we're right here, and I understand. Trust me, I do, because what we're talking about is exactly what I was talking about with someone today. Would you be willing to go in with someone to get the same idea that you have to build together? Where some things that me and my sister are working on for expats, lost and information like this. This is I wanted to be like, it's going to be a 24-hour channel where they're learning Spanish and cartoons and all that stuff. It's educational. 24 hours. That is what Food Alchemy is working on. But I need, sponsors to really get it working like I want it. So that's why every commercial you guys see on my channel, I've created. Like tonight, we didn't do any commercials. But on my channels, if you see every commercial you see, I've created myself. Every program on here, I produce. Every video, I'm doing. I'm only one person. I'm doing the cooking. I'm doing the spiritual. I'm doing the talking on the spiritual sexuality and the connection. I mean, I'm getting ugly and, but I'm giving them information because we need that. And I need to see more of me than I do. Because when I go to some of these Tantra cues, I don't see me. I see, and they're intrigued like, ooh, Look at that brown sister over there. No, that
Right,
one. No.
right, right.
I want it's about education, and I'm very curious about all of that and the dynamics. So I want to know that. I want to see more of us like when you go to Thailand and not having that belief system of we are less than because that is a belief that was programmed for us to believe in America. So when we go over, we're not shy in China or Thailand or Africa that we don't have that complex of being ourselves, that we are just as beautiful and smart and intelligent and we can do things. Um, Again, what do you bring to the table? What did you bring in the table when you were in the States? Do you complement your community or you take it from your community? Bring something, so coming together is a beautiful thing when you come together with like-minded individuals that wants to build something.
Correct.
So that in itself, I don't see, and this is me here, I haven't seen many people that are here that are your hue, meaning your, what I call melanated,
My brownness.
your brownness, or the gold of original people. This is
Right.
this is my kind. The original people talking about finances, how to build. Like I told my son, you got to build a portfolio. What does
Mhm.
your portfolio consist of? That was something that I was taught, but I was in a predominantly pink school, pink people school. That's what I call it. Oh, I said that.
I
Oops.
grew
I
up in
didn't mean to
Hawaii,
say
so
names.
there you have it. I grew up in Hawaii, so
Okay, so
I,
I went to
I,
that school,
I
and in high school we were learned to do a business. We had put up business plans. You were geared to be an executive. You were not. That's how they taught us to think like an executive. We wasn't taught to work for somebody, work in a factory. If you did, you was learning mechanics, where you were actually doing the business and how to put a book together to run a mechanic shop. That's
right.
what our mechanic shop was. Wood shop, you were learning to build and how to actually do the thing to run a carpenter shop. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Agriculture, you were learning to do midwifery, to do the cows, the chicken, whatever, and you got a certificate in that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That has been taken out of school. So we were taught to run a business, not work for somebody else.
Right.
In
Right.
my school, I was not taught to work for somebody else. So maybe that's why I have a problem working for certain people, because I knew I wind up working for somebody in a fast food restaurant. By the time I was 16, I was a general manager. By the time I was 17, I was a regional manager. And
Hmm.
being a fast food restaurant, where do you know that I can work at 17 in the States where you working in a liquor place? That's where you're going to make the most money. I
Right.
can't. I had to wait till I'm
Yeah,
21.
yeah. Be 21. Right.
So that is what that schooling did for me. So I said, if that do that for me, just imagine what that do for the others. And then I learned that they don't get the same education that I got. I was like, what do you mean you didn't know how to do a business? What do you mean you didn't learn to be an executive secretary or administrative? Isn't that what you taught? Wasn't data entry and you know these insurance policies? They're like, oh, what? When my son went to school, it's like, and my son said, he said, Mom, why do they want us to be stupid? I was like, what do you mean? He said, everything you taught me there, he's like, it's like 3 grades behind. You know, it's not that level. And I was like, so I was uncomfortable with 11, but he wanted to go, but he remembered the lessons. He even had to tell the teacher, I laughed, that Egypt was in Africa.
Yeah.
He told him, no, it was not. She had the art girl. It was just a different story, but
No, and
I'm just saying
I digress with a
that
lot of the stuff. Yeah.
it's how we educate. So this is something I like to see. I have a friend that runs a virtual school. She's out of Boston. She does homeschooling, sets curriculums up online. She's in Boston, and that's what she wants to do. She's been homeschooling. She's got her degree from Harvard. But is she being paid what other persons from Harvard are being paid?
I mean,
Not at
that's. I'm gonna say this on payment and your value and your worth. That's on yourself. Is what you don't. Where you want to price yourself out. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know how much you're worth, and that's just gonna be that.
all.
And the
Right,
fear is if somebody telling you no, then you feel like, okay, maybe I'm not valued that high.
right.
So her, if you paid and you went to that education and you were probably top of the class, you should stay for where you were. That's what you're worth gold. God dang it, you charge yourself gold. That's what I
Okay,
charge.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not playing with you. Side note, I do film. I don't know
You
if you
do.
know, I do film and I do editing. I do all that stuff. That's why I got my camera and everything down. I told you I came with a whole
Okay,
film
well,
kit.
we
I
gonna put
got
that.
green screens. I got light kit. I have everything downstairs in my storage. I came with everything.
Okay. There's an individual young lady that's always looking for a videographer. Her name is Cha Jones. She
Hmm.
has this women's expat group. She was looking for somebody. I wish I would have known that. I would have told her about you. She found somebody from another Mira expats or whatever. But no, I mean, this could help because we didn't know. The thing is, now I know we can help each other.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and I
And
got to check Facebook more. I don't. I really don't be on Facebook that often.
right. Well, now that we here, I'm more. It looks like I'm going to be more on WhatsApp. WhatsApp.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
really working a lot for me in getting in touch with people. Is what's up? WhatsApp?
WhatsApp, yeah. WhatsApp is pretty much the yeah. For those
Right.
out there, WhatsApp, download that. That is
Right.
the way to connect with people. That or Signal. Signal, yeah. That or
How's
Signal.
Signal?
Yeah, WhatsApp. Signal is good, but if you're trying to connect with other people from Mexico, you want to use WhatsApp. If you're calling people from the States, you can use WhatsApp, but I have better phone conversations with Signal.
Okay.
Like your video chat and all that stuff, it's better with Signal.
Okay, that's something that we need to know. Because I know when I lived in Tijuana, WhatsApp was the one to go to and talk to people, even doing businesses, because Izzy Cable is on WhatsApp. If y'all know about Izzy Cable, Total Play is on WhatsApp to talk to people. These businesses are on WhatsApp
Yes.
versus the line. Even though you get a phone line through the internet thingy, it's still better to actually call them on there. I had to remember how to dial a phone on the
Yeah,
phone.
no, yeah. I use my WhatsApp. WhatsApp is primarily out here. I definitely use WhatsApp all the time. But when I call people in the States for the good, like I have to call you back in the States, I use, because sometimes I notice I might dial and the phone would go to the Mexican, whatever, the, the dial number 1-800, or the 177, whatever you're trying to dial to the stateside number. Sometimes,
Okay.
so I use Signal so I can get around that.
Okay.
Um, Yeah, WhatsApp is primarily the businesses out here. If you're gonna do with businesses, anything out here, WhatsApp is you have it's a must.
Okay.
Oh, side note for Signal that you don't
Yes.
know if you want to invest. They're gonna start moving that you can use cryptocurrency pay because you can't see the cryptocurrency on there, so you can make secret payments on there. Just throw it out there if you're trying to invest.
Stop. See, you gonna make me. Yeah, we gotta do a financial thing. Come on now. Come on. Come on.
If you
Come on.
guys
Come
trying to
on. Come
invest
on.
in a company that's on the come up, Signal. Signal might be the one because it's getting to the point where they can use cryptocurrency and you can't trace it on Signal.
Yes, that okay. That's why my friend from he wants to go to Bogota, Colombia. He wanted me to move with him to Bogota, Colombia, and so did my girlfriend. So
Mhm.
I was up in the air on maybe this will be my home base and go there and do a retreat and blah 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 blah. And she's like, "You Signal, don't use WhatsApp when you call Colombia." And I was like, "Why?" She said, "Certain things are certain things," and that's all she was saying. I said, "I got you."
Hey, when you hear that, okay,
Certain
signal
things are
is.
certain things. And my friend is from Chicago. I mean, he's straight vegan, and he's like, "Sis, you need to come down here," and da 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 da. But for us right now, from what I understand, and my friend was saying, for me as an American, um, it wouldn't be advisable right now in Colombia to actually go to work. Wait a little bit to calms down because there's a lot going down in Colombia. Certain things they not having that we there in America will just let slide because we don't read everything and we don't open our eyes to a lot of things that are right in front of you. Like I tell people, and I'm gonna say this again. Before they do anything to you, they publish it in a book or put it in a movie and make it entertainment before they do what they do.
Yes.
Everything is already pre-planned in which way they go. And you think because you think you choose your president. And I said you think because
Yeah.
you don't. It's predestined. But that's me, and I'm gonna stick to my opinion, and I'm gonna be okay. But yes, we definitely gonna connect again. So what would you like to leave with us? Any advice? Because I definitely would love for you to do like a financial or whatever, like people can
Oh,
get
yeah,
in touch
I'm
with
not
you.
even that financial guy. Like, geez, no, I've just been in studying. If you want to be out here, take your remember why you came out here.
Okay.
Uh, a lot of people, you come out here, you might find yourself, you might be running from things, you may be, trying to clear your mind, but stay focused on the goal of why you came out here because everybody has a different story. And, I'm not going to be the one to be nosy why you come out, but if it is for you to follow your dream and the universe has brought you out here,
Uh-huh.
follow what the universe is telling you.
Okay.
You understand? Some things that in your past, exactly that. It's you're here. This is your future. This is your now. This is your future, or this is your now.
Right.
So why worry about things that's in the past? You get what I'm saying? So you may have things that you may be holding on to for what? You have a couch, that person, whatever. It's the reason why there's a split. There's a reason why the universe has put you constraints behind in that situation. It's for you to let go because it's obviously pulling you to someplace new. So remember why you're here and really think about it while you're sitting here and you're building your business and you're building your community, why you're here and what your talent is, and let go of things in the past that's pretty holding you back so you can build your future here. That's my final words.
I like that. You laughing, but that's poignant. What you said is and also powerful and empowering. Okay, that's what people need to hear to be empowered.
Right.
And you just did that in that. Seriously, you laughing. I was like, okay, people didn't say it, but let it be known. So face the mirror, as I say, because all you're doing is, as you see the mirror, you're polishing yourself every day.
Right.
And even though it looked like a mirror in the mirror, you are a lamb, but you're really a lion. So when you know that inner power, what people perceive, and I said perceive, or perceive as a lamb, or they see who you really are, a lion, it scares the out of them, you know? So
Right.
when you know your inner power, somebody can't make you be something that you're not. They
That's right.
can't tell you who you are if you know who you are. So
That's
that's what
right.
I'm saying. That was poignant what you said. Very poignant because don't give someone your power because
That's
that's
right.
what we have been programmed to be or do in that state that you came from.
Mm-hmm.
But keep your power with yourself and keep in touch with power minded people that support you.
Right. That's right.
So, and be happy. Like, you hear, you have a different experience. Don't let what happened in the United States color your experience with people here.
That's it.
So, let people show you who they are. Don't be biased of how you think. Like you were saying to the people, like, hi, I didn't mean to say, someone is going to show you who they truly are each and every time, and you're going to know who they are.
Right. Exactly.
Believe it.
Right.
If they're high, and get here, you might have a different attitude. You might be more relaxed when you get here because the burden is off your
Mm-hmm.
shoulder. We're just
Right.
saying, but
Get off the plantation. Get off the plantation. Get on the plantation no more. Ask free. Ask free.
you're too funny. So I hope your babies come back,
Yes.
and you have a joyful reunion.
Mhm.
And I hope that you will. I'm going to invite you to our group, the light workers, and
Okay.
let Tina know because she's doing a retreat. Every time I get a chance, I'm going, plug somebody. And I'm hoping that you can also meet with Curtis, Mr. Curtis Ross. He's another beautiful being. Um,
Bug flying
and
around.
huh?
See this bug flying around me all in the camera.
I can't see. We can't see anything. Just
Okay.
only like SWAT, like you brush your shoulder off.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I think
flying
you
over me. Like, what are you doing? Wait, trying to get camera time.
Yeah. Okay. Do. It's all good. So we will definitely keep in touch after this and connect.
Okay.
So definitely want to keep in connection. Give you my WhatsApp info and my sister info that we can tap because she's doing stuff and we're going to be doing retreats. We're going to be doing some things, making it happen here. So I
Okay.
am so glad of meeting an individual on video, and then I met, so maybe one day we'll meet in person and have things work out how they're supposed to be in life. Because I think that you have something that people really need to hear and people can really use. You have a lot of information, and the fact that you're military, that was the reason I was like, I gotta talk to him. And when you told me experience, I was like, oh yeah, we gotta talk.
Yeah.
You got to talk, see, because I'm not meeting too many people of military here, but the fact is you understand the struggle is real when it's being a veteran.
Right.
So I'll be
So
talking to them like,
a
why
lot
you
of
not
things
so
you'll pass.
frustrated?
You're a veteran. You'll bypass a lot of things because you've been in places that are hairy. Like I first got here, like my water was not even hot. I didn't care. I'm like, yo, I don't care. I'll take a shower. Like I'm sitting there for months, not like 3 weeks, not even knowing the water heater's not even on. But I'm a veteran, so I'm like I've been in places that you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna just take a cold shower. It's all good. It's hot outside anyway. That's veteran stuff. You know what I
There
mean?
you go. There you go. We had that experience at an Airbnb. It was cold
Right. You
water.
know what I'm saying? Not to know that, hey man, the water heater's off. Like, I guess it's just hot. That's how it is.
I did the same thing when we first got here, and made it the water was cold and I'm just like, okay. And I washed up and just took a shower. But the humidity is different here for me. I find I'm a lot more hot, but I came from California.
Oh yeah,
So it's different. I used to live in Arizona. The
that's
humidity is
dry.
different. So I
Dry.
went from, Arizona to Tijuana, Mexico, and I lived near the ocean. So I wasn't used to it. Then I moved to Escondido. So it's not that bad. I'm in the mountain area. And then I come here. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, something's going on. I'm really super sweating hot a lot. So I, I'm acclimating myself here. So how long did it take for you to get acclimated here?
Um, I say about a good 2 weeks, kind of
Okay.
like real. Because like I told you, I've been on deployment, so I can always relate it to something.
Okay.
Once I relate it to something, like I know this heat in the summertime reminds me of Dubai. I've been in it, so once you can relate it to something, now I can my mind can okay, you survived that, so this ain't that bad. It's hot,
Right.
but it's not, like right now, this rainy season is actually excellent right now. It's not really hot, cool at night. I love it right
Right.
now.
Okay. See, you good. That's
Yeah.
another thing to remember. How
April
to,
to June, though. April to July, woo!
we'll get it. We'll get it.
I'm just let you know that right now.
Right.
That's the
So,
that's the downside. If you want to know the downside, April to July. That's the downside. After that, you all right.
okay. Okay. So, you know, well, what we gonna do with anniversaries? Like, let's see, June. You'll really know, like, ooh, you survived. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So, um, let's
I'm
see.
throwing a heck of a party. June, definitely throwing a party. By the end of the year, celebration.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
okay, have to throw a real barbecue,
I'm throwing
a real
real
throwdown barbecue,
barbecue, like we out here, girl, like we out here.
right? So at another time, like I said, I like to feed people, um,
Mhm.
and they got to taste some of my cuisine. And I do raw vegan food as well as vegan food, but I'm not vegan, and I let people know that I'm a flexitarian.
There you go.
Uh,
That's where I'm at. Hey,
right.
raise my
I eat
hand.
Yeah, I eat what I want to eat when I eat it.
Yeah.
So my thing is the meat in the food is here different than it was in the US. Coming back from living over the seas, as I told people, I almost died actually eating the food back in the United States.
And the preservatives.
Literally last year, literally. And I had COVID in 2019. Okay, so I know,
Oh, you had
I
COVID
know, I
18.
know, I know.
You had COVID 19. You had COVID 18. Before
COVID
they gave
18,
it.
whatever.
Yeah, COVID
Right?
18.
COVID period. And like I tell people, if you read on the bottle of the Lysol back in the day, the spray Lysol, it has all of those diseases that you spray from. So this is nothing different. It's just a different strain that they played with. I'm just
Right.
saying. It's called bio warfare.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know anything about that, they've been doing this since time began.
Right there, I got anthrax in my body.
Right?
Right there, I had smallpox. Like, who
Right?
had smallpox lately? What we got smallpox?
I don't know. But these
You
are
using it
things
on
that
somebody.
are,
Biological
good to
warfare.
know. So, my friend, I want to thank you for doing a fantastic interview, and I had the most fun tonight. I have fun. If I'm laughing, I'm good. I love to laugh, and it's very. Not only did I have fun, but it was informative. So I'm hoping people out there can use this information and got it. But I still would like you to send me that information for
I'll
the
put
what's that
Mexican
guy's name?
expat services.
Expat Services, but the other one, the company you actually used that
Okay.
came down
Okay.
from, I don't know why I can't say Laredo,
Laredo. Okay. Let me see.
Laredo, Texas, to cross the border so we could talk. And I probably want to do an interview with them. So,
Okay. Matter of fact, let me see if I got this. Let me pull this information up now while we're online.
okay.
Because all these dang numbers, when you get to all these businesses, you start to
Do
all
you
these groups,
put
you
labels
start
by
getting
your
the groups,
businesses and stuff?
huh?
You put labels by your business and stuff so
Yeah,
people
I try
know?
to keep them because there's a lot. You start running to businesses all day and like, geez, okay, David, his number.
Hold on, let me put
It's see, I put it in the chat. It's Yucatan
you can
tour.
just you can
Can I?
put it in, and my sister's gonna write it down. David, right? You
All right,
got
I'm
it.
gonna give you that website. Hasn't put it in the
Oh,
chat.
he's gonna put it in the chat. I like that. Does that'll help? He's called he said this expat exchange. You said expat exchange, right? That was the first company.
Let me see. Mexican expat services.
Mexican.
I'll put it all on here.
Okay.
I'm not the fastest typer. I didn't go to typing class when I was in high school. So please bear with me.
It's all good. They didn't
His
have
number.
we call fancy boys because you in the Air Force. I'm Navy, so y'all had to come on my ship. I'm a carrier, so you know.
Everybody hated us.
No, I don't hate
Y'all
nobody.
eat too. Y'all eat good.
Word.
I got the best barracks.
Yep, y'all do. Y'all pampered.
Yeah, we are. I didn't think I joined the Air Force. Why would I not join the Air Force?
Oh boy,
Yeah, I
you
was
so
called a
funny.
pretty boy growing up. I ain't finna get dirty for nobody.
No, you didn't. You said I'm a pretty boy.
Hey, that's why you a pretty boy. Hey, nah. We look sharp in our uniform.
I like that.
All right, so that's Davy's
My
number.
I got. I'm gonna send you the website in a minute.
All
He
right,
gave it to me in the chat, and I'm gonna put it online.
and the
Because
Mexican.
it's in the chat. So comment.
I don't know if they have, but I know they're on Facebook. Mexican Expat Services are on Facebook. I'm gonna give you the number though. Expat Services. God, I can't spell right now.
Okay. Yeah, like it want to act silly.
Go to the website.
No, my thing, it don't want to show it, but it's showing. Okay, there you go. Let me find my system. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to you by Google
Right,
because you don't
Carlos.
go into Facebook too much.
Yeah, I don't go in there too much.
You don't go Facebook too much either. Like you said, you just now see my information. I was like, do you know how long I sent that ago? And I was like, I
Right.
just forgot about you. And it's just as soon as I mentioned, I turned around. I was like, he didn't even get back to me.
I
Well,
just because
what's
I
up,
don't
man?
I'm hardly like I'm doing other things. So I'm like, hey, okay, Facebook. Okay, let me see what everybody in the world doing.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, okay. So yeah, so there's the information for
Okay.
yeah. Yucatan Tours and Travels and the V's numbers there. Exit expat services out there.
Okay.
Go
So,
through Facebook.
oh, okay. Um, I'm gonna get him out there real quick. Copy, command, um, paste.
Oh, I was on live for 2 hours. Wow, I didn't think I could do that.
Yes, yes, go down sisters, right? Because you again, it does seem like, oh wow, who would have thought it?
Right.
Okay,
Sputtered out the gate a little bit, a little nervous.
you did good. See, I think you did. You did your thing.
Yeah.
It's slow. This internet. That's okay.
Duolingo.
Let's see. Okay, what you gonna do? Because I'm gonna put it in here, and I'm gonna make you work. It's still trying. It's searching. Like, okay, we doing something.
Are you looking for the what's that?
No, I'm on my computer and I'm trying to put it in this thing, and it's like acting crazy, being slow. So it's probably I'm doing too much online. It's probably not used to somebody doing all the stuff for me.
Bandwidth, yep. That bandwidth is
That's
ridiculous.
probably. Have you found who is your internet service?
It came about the place that I had.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful. Okay, so you don't really have to worry for real.
Right.
Come on. All right. I'm going to send this to my. No, I didn't ask you to go there. Paste there. And you still gonna go to the wrong place and paste. Really? Okay, they're like, you running too much stuff. All right, I got you. I got that. It's up there. You and well, can I open you now? All right, now we go. Mexican expert service. Come on. There we go. So yeah, I gotta put everything down, and at least in the when I put it on a group, it'll be in a comment section, even under the group, so they'll be able to get the information as well, which I like. They can see it on the screen. There you go. Come on. Okay, Davida. Almost like your name. My friend's name is Davida. My sister's name is Davida.
Okay.
And David. That's the guy's name. It's like you're almost alike. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's cute. So I'm like, all right, universe saying, hello, we're out
Right.
there. Come on, girl, you got this. Okay, because we do, you know.
Right.
What made you push past that fear of, settling here?
Just I was already too far gone. Once you started selling things in the house, it was like you can't go back. It was like, please believe me, I wanted to like, yo, F this. I didn't want to do it. As many days I was like, nah, this ain't even worth it. But perseverance, you got to keep going. My mom told me,
Okay.
she said, hey, You have a plan, stick with it. And it always stuck in my
Okay.
mind. That was my driving force.
I like that. So you didn't buy the Kool-Aid.
Nah, because you know everybody out here, they'll tell you like, "Oh, what about the narco? What about the?" I'm like, bro, I don't deal drugs, so why would I be worrying about the cartel? Like, okay, dude, like I don't know what you think I'm doing out here.
I like that.
Yeah, like, dude,
You
I'm not.
guys, I gave y'all information on the screen. I see I'm down to like my internet's going in and out, flickering. So I apologize for that. Then it went down to one bar. I said, whoop, whoop, whoop. But that's okay. I gave y'all information on the screen. So if you're watching it in the replay, it will play and you'll see the information for Mexican Expat Service, David, his number, and Carlos and Vicky,
Vicky, yes, Vicky, yes.
website, tours and travels. Huh? I'm sorry. Did what did say what you was gonna say?
I didn't say that.
I'm sorry. Okay. Yucatan Tours and Travels. So I give that information so you can see it on Facebook. You can see it on Periscope, Twitch, all of that in the comment section. So you can look that information up. And then it was on the screen. So you'll see it. So when you do the replay, we'll put all this information. So you guys, it's been 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 59 seconds. Ooh, 2 hours and 6 minutes. We've been on live. He was nervous. Now you see how relaxed he is. He's like, woo, woo. See, I'm not as scary as people make me think they have to be. I'm gentle.
You didn't know what we
I'm
were
all
talking
the
about.
way.
Like, what are we getting into? I have no idea what we're going to talk about.
So, and I had a marvelous time, and you are a wealth of information. So I really hope that we can connect again. On the other things on the wild side so we can really connect. I'm gonna send you my WhatsApp information so maybe we can like this real communities, real business and helping each other. We can keep in touch with.
Okay.
That's on the
Thank
real
you.
side. And my sister Davita, same thing, wonderful individual. You want to meet her too. She can't see you. She's gonna have to watch the video to watch this.
Uh,
She's behind the scene of things.
Behind the scenes. Hi, producer Davida. How you doing?
You heard her? She said shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
So yeah, you guys that want to get in touch with me, you can find me on Food Alchemy Network or Dr. Cicely D'Angelo, Med Physician on Facebook. Anything we can help you with, we are more than happy to grace you and get the connection. And we will see you soon. This has been Dr. D Spiritual Connections. I am, aka Dr. D, aka Food Alchemist, aka Ceci D'Angelo, and I am saying Asle Wanda, everybody. It's been real, child. Namaste, aho. And I shay. Oh, we out of this place. So we're almost done. Come on. I got you.